Has it come to this?
What's going on? My name is Brian. We're just gonna keep it like that because I have a lot of names now, right?
Yeah, you do.
And your name is
Aces.
And who are we, Aces?
We're worth the download.
You're probably not gonna put worth the download.
I probably won't.
Okay. So today we're doing an album review. Mr. Incubus, not Mr. A band called Incubus that released an album called S.C.I.E.N.C.E.
Yes.
What do you feel about them? Why did they call it S.C.I.E.N.C.E? Have we researched that? I haven't.
We didn't research it. Nope. And I know that you almost got confused. You're like, I think there's only 8 tracks on here. I'm like, nope, there isn't. There's 11.
There's 11 tracks. So that was definitely confusing.
Perhaps this is their 8th album. Maybe that's why. I actually don't know. Like, that could be it. That's my theory, but I don't actually know. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But but they do have a lot of albums that I do know. And it's been about 6 years since they released their last album. But their last album I think was probably their quietest albums release of time, because I'm pretty current with it, because Incubus is one of my they're definitely up there with one of my top bands. Maybe because I listened to a lot of it in high school and all that stuff, right? And S.C.I.E.N.C.E is one of my favorite albums probably of all time. And but that last album they released was definitely quiet. It was definitely more of a mellow album, mostly acoustic. To a feel of it, right? So maybe that's why it got so underplayed. But I actually enjoyed this project. But I'll leave it to you. What did you think of this one?
Well, you know what? Me not being a big Incubus fan, I was when I was in high school and I went through the whole rock and era and emo music. I did get introduced to them and I have listened to a couple of tracks, not a full album like you did when you were younger, right? So I did enjoy their type of music, right? So. I guess getting back to what I'm trying to say, I'm not 100% a big fan, right? I did enjoy them. But in this album in particular, I didn't listen to the last album and you say it was kind of mellow, not your type, whatever. This album, I actually did enjoy it, but I didn't think it was a home run for me. I didn't think the reason why I say that is because I do like rock. People think I don't like rock. I actually do like rock a lot. Just in particular, this type of music for me is not considered modern rock. Because I feel nowadays it's 2017 and rock should be in a different level, right? Okay. And that's why people think there's the death of rock, rock is done, right? But I don't believe it. I feel like there is more. And in this album, they kind of did introduce that with a couple of electronic songs, right? I liked one of the songs called Loneliness. Anyways, one of those, it's called Lonely Something, okay? And they introduced a couple of almost hip-hop beats or hip-hop or a really good drum beat. Mm-hmm. And it was perfect. And they had an acapella, what's wrong with me today? An instrumental track, which you enjoyed yourself. And yeah, it was kind of a mind-blowing experience.
Yeah, I think they've always had that to a certain degree with their albums. I remember with S.C.I.E.N.C.E, there was definitely those parts, and there was those randomness of it. I think Incubus has been good to kind of push the envelope with a few different definitely their old albums. Did this album really push that envelope or really push the genre forward or push them as a band forward? I don't think so. I think there was a bit of more maybe an ode to their old stuff. Especially there's a couple of mellow tracks, but not mellow like their last album, more mellow, kind of the I Miss You sort of era of Incubus. And then there were still some hard tracks like the singles, right, like Nimble Bastard, where they were where it was a little bit heavier. You got some really grungy guitars, which was cool, a little bit more reminiscent of S.C.I.E.N.C.E, right? That kind of album where you got that more grunge and you got yourself kind of head bobbing. And then they had that one instrumental track, right? Where what was it? No Sound in the Digital Forest or something was called like that. It was completely instrumental, and I was waiting for the lyrics. I could almost hear the lyrics in my head coming in, but it never happened. But I liked it because it almost allowed me to make up my own lyrics to the song. Mm-hmm. But overall, I enjoyed the album, but it seems like maybe you didn't. So if you were gonna give it a score then out of 5, what are you gonna give it?
You know what? So. Again, I did enjoy the album, right? I just didn't think it was amazing. So for me, I give it a solid pass. 3 out of 5. Just 3 out of 5 stars.
Just 3 out of 5. Just
keep it simple. Stars.
All right. I'm going to. I enjoyed it a little bit more than that. And if you guys are an Incubus fan, then you'll probably enjoy this album. I think pretty much compared to their last album drop. You're definitely gonna like this way better. It's definitely more Incubus. In my book. So I enjoyed this album. I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5 science experiments, since I reference science a lot. So we'll do that. And so there's your review. Go.
I actually have a question for you.
Yes.
So in the album,
yes,
there's a particular, track, because it's not a song.
Yeah.
where it kind of like looked like it was kind of folky a bit.
Yeah, it was almost like I don't know how to describe it other than like sort of like circusy.
Circusy.
Almost like, yeah, I don't know if it's
And how you became a man or something like that?
Yeah, it was
okay, now my question is like that particular song, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Or track, because it's not a song. Well, it is technically, but okay, yay or nay? Let's just keep it like that. Yay or nay?
It was okay. It definitely threw me off
Mhm.
from the course of where the album was going.
Yeah.
It definitely threw me off. I wasn't expecting that, but I didn't mind it. But I thought it was kind of like just a goofy track.
It was a goofy track,
Yeah.
so they were having fun.
Yeah, I think so. That one.
That was a lot of sex and drugs. For
Maybe.
sure. And then that's what
Or
happened.
just a random like day, yeah, having a field day in the studio, maybe type of thing.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Well,
So there's a review for this week. So what are we gonna be doing next week, man?
next week we're doing a fantastic band that I've actually never heard in a while. The
You've heard of
Gorillaz.
them? Yep.
I heard them, but I never heard them like release anything.
No, it's
Recent.
been a few years. Yeah.
Been a few years.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Gorillaz are coming up with an album. Not sure what the name is called, but we're gonna definitely review that next week, and it's gonna be exciting because I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. So make sure you guys subscribe so you know when we drop that album. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought about this album. So we got did you like it? Did you hate it? Kind of like this guy. Maybe didn't hate it, but maybe didn't blow your mind. Let us know.
Just tell me if I'm a hater. I like hate.
Maybe. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well at WorthTheDL for some extra like behind the scenes and extra reviews and all that kind of fun stuff. And I guess it wraps up this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Now we gotta do like a flex. Ready? Flex. And pause.